I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
William Day Memorial High School D Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Day High School Costa Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say Ono did that.
All right, greetings and good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Let me make sure that I'm, up and running and gunning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, my name's Man. Yes, and we're going to have some JPL review, looking at also the squad that has been selected from some of the names for the Jamaica World Cup qualifying games coming up in the month of March. Yes, 3 games against El Salvador at home, Canada away, and Honduras here in Jamaica. And several local players have been called up. Seem like we'll have a predominantly local base and young squad. So we're going to be discussing that. So come on to the stream, like it up, share it up, and subscribe up if you have not as yet. We also want to thank everyone who you have taken time out to tune in. Maybe you're on lunch, maybe you just saw it, you got the notification, and you have just plug in your earpods and all of that, and you're listening. We appreciate that. In the same time, if you can just take a quick run to the bathroom if you're in your office and just hit the like button, and then you can continue watching from there. We would appreciate that. All right. Again, maybe there's someone in the office you need to say, hey, just support this channel by subscribing. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. We are around 40-something away, and you could help me with that. I would appreciate it. All right. Big thank you to our sponsors, right? These are the people who really help us to be able to finance what we provide on the platform, meaning provide all the resources by their sponsorship. We want to say a big thank you to them. Launch Legacy, where they handle risk and seek legacy for all your personal insurance need in Canada and the USA. Visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782. There is someone waiting on the other side of the line to help you. Also to Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most. They are offering loans of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars, and they are located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica. You can call them, yes, at 876-884-7390. There is no processing fee, same day processing, and as low as 0 to 4% in terms of interest rate on the loan. Also want to say a big thank you to one of the first to come on board, Trick Nick. Right, Trick Nick is a Jamaican owned and operated company out there in Canada. They cater to some of the top businesses in Canada. Their products are in almost every store in Canada, and they use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products. And so please check them out and show them some love. They have all you need for your cooking needs. All right, and also you just saw a little ad. We're supporting our friends there at William Knibb Memorial High School. They're having a fundraiser for their the Costa Cup team. So when you watch the video, you need to get that information. And if you're over there in the United States, you go and show them some love. All right. So let me give you some of the scores. I'm also going to give you the point standing for the JPL after round 9. So after round 9, the results are as follows. All right. Round 9 action. We started out with Waterhouse having a 2-1 victory over Tivoli Gardens. So Waterhouse, they defeated Tivoli Gardens by 2-1 in their game. That was on Saturday. The games were played at Sabina Park. Good surface over there. So we saw some good quality games and good quality play. Please, though, a lot of you have been talking about the need to start playing the games at venues so people can go and support it. Over the period of time, they had less than 1,000 supporters watching 6 football games. We have to do better than that. Go out and support the local product. All right. Harborview also had a 1-0 victory over Jamalco. In their gear, Veer, sorry. So Veer continues to lose game. As you see, they're making a transition in their team. You see a lot of younger players being blooded there. And Harborview, they have added Colorado Murray, who scored for them. Nicholas Hamilton, former Cavalier player who was overseas, he's also there. So they have made some addition as there is a window that has opened up. I didn't see Chevron Stewart. There is word that he could be heading on the North Coast to play some football. So we wait to see if that will actually happen. Mount Pleasant, beautiful goal by Alwyn Harvey, but they were not able to hold on as they tied 1-1 with Arnett Gardens for the first game on Sunday. Beautiful goal by Alwyn Harvey, and I'm going to speak about him a little later from this. Humble Lion continues their winning ways as they defeated the hapless, hopeless Mobile United. Change of coach, change of players, same results, right? So now big up to Coach Lee Croft Letman, who is the coach there. Very good coach, so we expect to see the fortunes of Mobile United changing in the near future. Cavaliers, they had some additions as well to their squad. They defeated Mullins, who made several additions. Makwan Aldridge and Jaheim Harris and Carrick Stewart. So Mullins bringing in a lot of youth into their team, but that did not stop them from losing to Cavaliers, who had Christopher Pearson, that Kingston College standout. He suited up for Cavaliers for the first time this season and scored a pendanka. Yes, and then he also assisted on the first goal. Beautiful cross, beautiful header by Kyle Ming, who is the captain out there at Harborview. And then the team that is on a rise. The team with all the momentum, the team with the most lethal striker. Yes, yes, in the league. Antafari, Bygrave scoring again 8 goals. And listen, in a combined 5 games. Yes, combined 5 games, because he missed some. He came on 8 goals. Right, I'm going to speak about him a little later as well. And Peter Mcgregor, who is in Jamaica recovering, hopefully to pick up on his contract back overseas. He scored 2 goals. I mean, if you watch the EPL, there's a goal that Kai Havertz scored. The Peter Mcgregor first goal was so similar to that. Ball came over the top. Beautiful, beautiful one-time play into the box in that game. And so some very good results, some very, very good play in the league. So I'm going to also give you the point standing as well. So bless up to everyone. I mean, Unseen Sports, I mean, they are brain drain in the building. Yes, the JPL players that were called said yes, they were the right ones, the ones not selected. Disagree. I agree with you, Bridget, and I'm going to talk about that. Mullins, it seemed like Kenalda Brown, the number 7 from Mona, has signed for Cincinnati FC. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Is it the senior team or Cincinnati 2? Because Tyrone Marshall is actually not with the Cincinnati FC senior team. He's with the Cincinnati 2 team. I think they play. It is a second team, so it would be good for us to find out that. But if that is the case, Mr. Dre, then that would be awesome, awesome news for Brown. He's one of the standout, Kenalda Brown at Mona. He's a Phoenix player as well, so that's good news. Big up Alex Reed in the building. Fresh God, there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bless up. Signs are at trials. Signs are at trials. Sign are at You're asking if he's signed or at trials. Okay. Yeah, that would be interesting to know as well. Brian is in the building. Yeah, man, the man who is transforming. Mullins, I'm telling you people, a young manager. I'm going to interview him to let you know that managing in Jamaica, in football is not an easy road. Many see the glamour and the glitter, and they think it's a bed of rose, but it is a bed full of thorns, I tell you. It seems like him signed because Butler are going to do a live this evening. I'm saying that he has signed. Okay, well, we will see if he has signed. Great news. So we will see. Let's watch and see and listen out and hear if he has signed to that team. If that is, then that would be a very good thing. Always good to see the players signing big contracts. So let's see. Up Mullins, man. Big interview last night. Yeah, man. Bless up Wayne Evans. We're doing that. We have Loxley Reed and Donald Hewitt today. Those are going to be 2 good ones. The U20 squad name as yet. There aren't. It's a. All right. So people, let me say this and remember. What they're doing is they are having 6 weeks of trials that players can come to. They are going to go across Jamaica. They want all the players in England to come within the 6-week windows, all the players from the United States to come. After the 6 weeks, they will select the squad. So there's no, whenever you hear names, they are not in the squad. They are being selected for trials to make the squad. And so the squad will be selected after 6 weeks, and they will start preparation for the tournament. All right. So there's no squad for the U20s. All right. So that is how it works. It's trials, and then from the trials over the 6-week period, all across Jamaica, all over England and Europe and the United States, anyone who comes after that, they will select the 23 or 26 players who will be in preparation at a camp for the tournament. All right, based on, of course, their availability. All right, that is how I am understanding that it is going to work. All right. All right. So let me give you the point standing for the JPL, and then we're going to look at some of the names that have been called to the senior team from the JPL and some of the notable absentees, and do all of these players. I have a problem with at least 2 players that have been selected. It's my opinion, and I'm going to be sharing that. Okay. All right. So let's get into the point standing for the JPL. Let me just give you the point standings. Waterhouse leads the table with 20 points. All right. So and I mean, you can listen to the table and tell how many players from these teams, from this team. Dumby Holden is in second and 19, and so far we have not heard of any Dumby Holden players selected for this camp. All right, Mount Pleasant is in third position. After 9 games, they have 18 points. Arnett Gardens is in fourth position. They have 18 points. Right, I think Cephas from Arnett Gardens, he is in the squad. Arnett Gardens, they dropped point for the first time. They were on a 4-game win streak before they ran into Mount Pleasant. Cavaliers in 5th position. 5 players selected. 1 notable absentee from there, and they are in 5th place. Harborview, 3 players named for the senior team from Harborview. They are on 12 points from 9 games. All right. And they are in 6th position. Portmore is in 7th position on 11 points. I think they have 1 player in Demar Rose who has been called out to the senior team, but we will check and verify all of that. Tivoli Gardens, they are in 8th position on 9 points. They have only played 8 games. And Humble Lion are on 9 points in 9th position. At the bottom of the table, we have Veer, 7 points from 8 games. And, well, Mullins have 4 points from 9 games, same as Mobe United. All right. So that's the standing in the table. All right. You're out. Suppose I have the bad diarrhea on trial day. Well, it's not one day. It's not one day. Remember, it is over 6 weeks. So if you have diarrhea for 6 weeks, okay, yeah, okay. So 1 Mullins player, thank you. 1 Mullins player has been invited. Nicolas Nelson, yeah, he has been having good season in the JPL. Good center forward. He was at Heidel, yeah, Heidel. He was at Heidel a few seasons ago. Has been a standout at Mullins. That's good to know. Right? So that's good to know, right? So if you have diarrhea for 6 weeks, you don't deserve to be in the squad, brain drain. For performing exceptional. Well, just before the trial day on Seed Sport, right? So you have 6 weeks. Come back for week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. But you have 6 weeks, all right? If you have diarrhea, 6, 7 is what? 42. If you have 42 days of diarrhea, yeah. All right, so that's it. All right, so let me just go through some of the names. So Cavaliers have have 5 names for the this is for the senior team. All right, Richard King, who check. All right, Jaden White, asterisk. Dwayne Busy Atkinson, asterisk. Jaden White have 5 asterisk, not stars, 5 asterisk. King is just check. All right. Atkinson 2 asterisk. Kemoy Campbell, asterisk. Ronaldo Webster, check. All right. So let me break down my thought. King in the squad. This is what I don't understand, right? When Topi was unfit and overweight and wasn't playing, he was selected. Topi is fitter, playing more, playing better now, and he's not selected. This is amazing how we up. So we need to know what has led to the exclusion of Jamai Topi now, when prior to this he was selected when he was unfit with a big belly or a medium-sized belly. Right? What has led to this? That is the issue I am having. So I think Topi should have not been in the squad any at all from the beginning, or he should be in the squad now. Because on play, he looks better now than when he was selected. So if you're selecting local players, why isn't he in the why isn't he selected now? Na na ni. Na 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 ni na 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 na. We need answers. These are the things why people raise questions. All right. So all right. So Dwayne Atkinson. Let's go to Dwayne Atkinson. All right. This is a good question. David Piper is saying Topi strangely did not play for Cavaliers, and Topi was not on the bench for Cavaliers. People, what do you think? Think about it. The man wasn't even on the bench. And here's the thing. Jamai Topi is, from our birds, is 100% fit in terms of physical health. There's no injuries. He's not on the bench. He's not in the squad for Cavaliers. And he's not in the senior squad. Peso, what's going on with Topi? Unseen Sports, what's going on with Topi? Fresh God, what's going on with Topi? Something what you saying? Manasty, what's going on? Check the birds. Yeah. Something is amiss. But let me come back to who Unseen, who tell her that Topi injured. Topi is not injured. Topi is not injured. People, Unseen providing inaccurate information. He is not injured. His first impression of the national coach was unfit, uncommitted young man. All right, so Rob Smith, think about this. Rob Smith, think about this. You're saying that Topi was not. I put it to you that this team is not Paul Hall's selection. Because if Paul Hall were selecting the team based on this season, which this team is selecting on, he couldn't say Topi is not fit and have some of these other players. And we're going to get to some other names. Let's get to Jaden White. On what premise then? Because Jaden White was not playing. He went on trials. He comes back and he's on the bench in the last 2 games. He cannot get out the goalkeeper at his club. The best goalkeeper in the league this season, the 2 best goalkeepers, they have won player of the game, is Kemar Foster from Waterhouse and Peter Harrison from Mullins. Neither of these 2 are selected. But a goalkeeper who sits on bench can't get out, a next international goalkeeper from a Caribbean country. he gets selected into the team. Na. I want to know what's going on around here. Na. Quite contrary. Quite contrary. Brian, here's what Brian saying. White was in trial still, but man, the truth is White was in the team in the last window though. Yeah, but Topi was in the team in the last window. And he's not selected. Foster has been the best goalkeeper in the league. Right? So if we are selecting players on performance, White should not be in the team. On performance. Anyways, let me go on. But Dwayne Busy Atkinson, for example, in the position that he plays, he's not in the top 4 in the league this season. A player that I like, lot of potential, but his game has been off. Brian Martin says, please see my comment above about Topi. All right, let me get it. Which one? The one above, Brian says. All right, a big bird has informed me that Mr. Topi is on the move to the north coast area of the island. But I don't know for sure. I don't know. Maybe he's going to be on the shores of the north coast, but I am sure that I am not sure. Understand me? That was I know. I am sure that I am not sure. So maybe that is the reason why he's not included. I don't know. It will be interesting to see what happens with White and Topi this weekend. But I don't know how Busy Atkinson makes this team, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to get to it. But again, he's a very good player, but just on performance, I don't think he has been at his best. But yeah. All right. Kenroy Campbell. So if you know Cavaliers, right? Cavaliers plays a back 3. They play a back 3, and they have Kenroy Campbell that plays as a left wing back. All right. So Jamaica, if we deploy a back 3, and this is my opinion, Kenroy Campbell has some potential, but in my opinion, this season, the 2 persons who have played in that position the best in the league so far is Ricardo Thomas from Waterhouse and Donovan Sigree from Mount Pleasant. Not Kenroy Campbell. But that's my thought. All right? I'm talking about what I have seen. In it. All right? And then Webster from Cavaliers, he has been having good seasons. I think he deserves a place. The player from Cavaliers, I'm surprised that he's not selected, is their captain, Kyle Ming, who I think is a good right back, and Jamai Topi. All right. Mount Pleasant. All right. Let me just take some of your comments and then I get to the players from Mount Pleasant. This is for the call up for the senior team. All right. Let me get the comments from up here, from right here. They're trying to sell him. Okay. I didn't know they're trying to sell Topi. Interesting. White was on trial. Yeah, we heard that already. Paul Hall could have said, don't send him back after the last camp. I don't know. I saw an interview with White. I was impressed with his attitude. I don't know. Rob Smith, yeah, we got some information from a big bird. I am truly surprised that Foster hasn't been invited. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is it an age thing? Because with goalkeepers, the age that the 28, 29, 30 is the peak years of a goalkeeper. Like the best time to get a goalkeeper. he is sitting on the bench because we need him for the U20s in injury prevention. White can't play U20. Can't play U20 brain drain. He's older than that now. Manning's the way things look, some of the best young talent will stay in Jamaica and get lost and end up in some graveyard league just because of some man's greed. All right. I think I read that. Yeah, that comment already. Big up Wayne Evans. Yeah, man. Such man need to sell players. Romari says, Topi gonna replace the man who met. I don't know, brethren. I don't know. But I still guess he's been invited. Yeah, maybe on potential, but I'm saying if it is on performance, they probably wouldn't. But on potential, he's a good player. That's why people in Jamaica and the Spurs saying speed is influences players for selection of the national team. But if that were the case, why wouldn't Topi be in the team? Topi is still one of his players. Foster coach is not part of the group selecting the players. Okay. Did they call up anyone from Phoenix Academy for the national team? No, there's no one from Phoenix Academy that I know has been called up for the senior team. This is the national team, so I don't know. I don't see any names yet. Wayne Evans. Maybe for the under 20, I know that there are players from Phoenix called, but not for the year. Yeah. Foster. I think Sigri should have been given a chance still. That's just my opinion. And even Ajuma has been better than Ajuma. I don't know if they look at it like this. Ajuma Johnson, though he have been playing left back for Arnett Gardens, and Arnett Gardens is a third place team, right? He's really an attacking player. But even the Harbour View captain, what is his name? Hardin. The Harbour View captain has been playing very good at left back for Harbour View. Yeah. And I mean, Foster should have been called up though. I don't know why, I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, Orlando Hardin. Yeah. Yeah. And Sigri should have been called up. All right. Mount Pleasant, sadly, I think only had two players. I think two other players from Mount Pleasant should be called up. Let me give you the names. I think Sigri deserve a call up. And this is not because he's my player, but Alwyn Harvey, who has played every game for Mount Pleasant from last season to this season, no injury, running hard, playing hard, scored a beautiful goal. He should have been called up. He's a holding midfielder, a box-to-box midfielder. I think he should have been called up. So I would have called up Alwyn Harvey in this, right? He should have been called up. If it's not too late, Mr. Paul Hall or technical committee, give him a call up, man. Him deserve it. Call up Sigri, man. Even make them come train. Because these players, if you're saying you're rewarding the players in the league, then reward the players who have been playing well. You understand me? Yeah, get my call up. All right. Harbour View have Staple. Staple is the right back at Harbour View. I have no issues with that. Amal Knight, he has been a part of the setup. Again, where is Foster? That is the thing. Right? Amal Knight, no problem. So Harbour View have Staple and they have Trayvon Reed. I think Trayvon Reed is one of the most influential players at Harbour View. And so he's also young. So I don't have a problem with him being in the team. All right? Fine. Arnett Gardens, though, I think one player from Arnett Gardens has been invited. That's Cephas. I think Cephas is the only player from Arnett Garden that have been given an invitation. Very, 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 very good player. I like him. No, man, I'm not talking this. Remember, people, this is not for the U20s. We're talking about players called up for the senior team. So age is not a factor. All right. So I think Cephas deserves his call up. Right. he has been having a very good season. Right? Everybody would agree with that. But Guthrie, I think because of the position he plays and his height, he's going to struggle because we have like Alwyn Harvey and other players. But the guy called Marlon Martin at Arnett Gardens, their holding midfielder, he has also been having a very good season. His stats shows that he and Harvey are two of the best in the league right now in their position. But hey, but that's from Arnett. I think outside of Cephas, they could have called up Marlon Martin from Arnett Gardens. Now, Waterhouse has Howell, Denardo, and Ricardo. All right. Can't say I have any problems with any of these three players. But I think Foster from Waterhouse should have been called. That's the problem I have. And I think Benbow, who is 26, has been better than Busy, and both of them play the same position. So if you're selecting on potential, you select Busy. If you're selecting on performance, you have to pick Benbow. I guess they went with potential. And maybe age. I don't, yeah. So let me know what you think. Yeah, somebody here, Fresh God said Benbow has been good and still no call up. The best player at Waterhouse, yeah. Man in his man. How Harvey not get invited? Yeah, I'm wondering. Please, somebody in authority, man. Harvey deserve a call up, man. Me not tell. See, somebody said again. Harvey is the best box-to-box midfielder in the league so far. I'm telling you. Yeah. And then look at the age, man. Yeah. Age for who though? Yeah. Hold on, the people. Hold on, don't move. Hold on. But let me find some information. Hold on. Well, Peso, this season, to be honest with you, Denardo Thompson has been more effective than both of those players this season. So I don't have a problem with him being in the team still. All right. But then you have Nicolas Nelson from Mullins. All right. There are a couple of players that I think deserves a call. All right. I know this player is older. I know he's an older player. But this man has scored 8 goals in basically 5 games. That's close to 2 goals per game. And Tafarai Bygrave of Dumby Holden. One of the best strikers in the league. Now, I know he may not be selected because he's 28. But again, if you're saying the best local players, he's the best forward in the league by far. Nobody can find all right, tell me one forward in the league, center forward in the league, in the last 2 seasons that is even close to him. I don't believe any. So I think he should be given the opportunity if you call in local players. They also have a young player there called Demar Phillips, who plays in midfield. I think he's a good one as well. He could be called up. So some of those are the notable absentees, in my opinion. Demar Rose from Portmore. I haven't heard anything out of the Portmore camp yet. I don't know that there is anyone at Humble Lion who has impressed me that I think could say, yeah, give them a shot. And I don't see anyone so far at Mobile United or Veer who I would say you know, for the senior team, they deserve on performance and opportunity. So those are some of the players. Let me know what you think. Are there any other names that have left out that you think, yeah, this is one who could get a good shot? Injustice to Fletcher, he has been good this season and last season too, bro. I'm telling you, man. Brian says, goal scoring no have nothing to do with age. Once a man a score, call him. That's what I'm thinking, you know. Be a blessing. Man, with the Reggae Boys now can't make it to the World Cup and they have U20 in June. What do you think if they call up at least 7 of those players in the team to play the next 3 games? But remember, they're having this joint camp together, you know. So what you'll find, like Devonte Campbell, he's called up to the senior team, but he's going to play in the U20s, but he's called up to the senior team. So I think, for example, like you will see, like depending on how they play, you could see some of them making that transition because you still have other players, you know. We have to remember that you have players like Kaheem Paris, who needs to be called up. The Lamar Walker, you know, you still have players who are overseas who need to be called. So the squad can't be just local players because there's still something to play for. There's still bad mind to play for. You have to stop other teams from going through if them stop you from going through. So there's still bad mind to play for. So we have to get the other players in as well. Right? Yeah. You said Bygrave deserves a look in. Yeah, I think so. I think he's a very good, you know, he played in Antigua, and in Antigua, he was the top player in Antigua 2 seasons in a row. So, yeah, Harvey and Martin deserve a chance because of their stats and age. I think so too, Unseen Sports TV. I think a look in, maybe they will. The Mario Phillips. Yeah, man. I mentioned the Mario Phillips of Dumby Holden. Yeah, man. Jarvis, big up yourself, man. Bless up. Long time, bro. Hope all is well. Brian says, management, I would select a player from Veer. It would be Kevin Graham. Yeah, Kevin Graham is my friend, but I mean, he can't make this right back. Given the players that you have, I think. And centre back, he's going to struggle. Peter Mcgregor can't play under 20, but this is his first game and he scored 2 goals. It's just unfortunate because I think he's a good one, but I couldn't call Peter Mcgregor to the team on the performance because he's just coming back from injury and it's 1 game. I think if you call him and don't call Bygrave from the same team, it just look, yeah. So for this round, I wouldn't call him. But Peter Mcgregor is one of those players we need to have on the radar. Brilliant. Yeah, man. It's fresh. Warner Brown. Yeah, Warner Brown from Tivoli Gardens is the next one as well. He's young. He's 20. He, I think, can get a look in. Yeah. So Ian is saying, yes, management, age is a factor going forward to 26 World Cup. We need players age at 17 to 23. Yeah, but if you're doing that, then you want to call Amal Knight and Howell and Ricardo Thomas and Singh. So you're still calling some players who are over, you know, that age. So I'm not sure what the general idea is. You know, yeah, what they're trying to work. Maybe they're trying to, because you have to look at it this way. You can't just bring all fresh players. You probably need a little bit of you know, seniority, a little bit of age in there, and you slowly fade them out. Again, remember, we still have players who ply their trade overseas, who need to be in the team. You know, I watch Javian Brown playing for Vancouver in MLS, and he looks very well. He needs to be in the team. Going forward, we called up Howell to play right back in the friendly in Peru. Will he be called back? We saw Lamar Walker, yes, Ishmael, experience. We saw Lamar Walker and Peter Lee Vassell coming in. Will they be called in? We saw Jordan Fletcher for the Peru game we didn't see him. Will he be called in? He's scoring. I mean, he scored a double over there in India. He's far away. Will he be called in? I don't know. So you still have players overseas who I don't know if they're going to invite some of these players and what the traveling and the expense would be and what they can afford and can't afford to do. But we can't just get rid of all of those players. We have to merge and invest in the youth, have some young, some in the middle area, and some just above that for the purpose of experience. You know, yeah, man. Be a blessing. Big up Ishmael. We need to invest in youth. Mcgregor should be in the squad at 21. He was in Sweden for the last 2 years. Yeah, but be a blessing. Mcgregor is recovering from injury. This is his first game, you know, and you notice they took him off the field because he wasn't in the best. He should be a part of it. But right now, I don't think he is in the best physical condition, having just recovered from injury. But again, some brilliant goals he scored. 2 brilliant goals. And maybe if he continues scoring, you can never tell. You know? Yeah. So much of these players from back then in the Gold Cup. Yeah. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't even know who that applied to. Man, is if I age then we don't want to see the others in the team from overseas that are old as well playing in England or USA. Yeah, because if we're saying age, you know, if we're saying everybody must be 23, we're saying that don't call back Ethan Pinnock, don't call back Mikel Antonio, don't call back. That's what I'm saying, that we don't call back Andre Blake. Don't. Is that what we want to do? Yeah, you understand me? Is that what we really want to do? We have to have some players. I think Ethan Pinnock need to be in this team, in my opinion. My opinion, that's still. I think even if we're rebuilding, he needs to be one of the anchors. I think Ravel need to be one of those anchors in the midfield. I think Mikel Antonio, once he wants to play, need to be one of those anchors to bring on some of the young players. That's what I think. So I don't think we should just go from 17 to 23, look into 2026. I think there needs to be a couple older players, some middle, and a lot of youth. There has to be a merger, in my opinion still. In my opinion. Let me know what you think. Should we go all youth? Brian says, man in stretcher calling over until him go play in the next league. Why? Who told me that somebody told me that the league in India is very competitive, you know? And it is way more advanced than our league out here. I don't know. I've never watched it and I've never played over there. I don't watch it, so I don't know. But I hear that it is very competitive. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Thanks all the people who are liking the stream, and I really appreciate it. You know, that encourages the work. That encourages the work. The likes and the shares and the super chats and the you know, the super stickers. Those things help to encourage the work. So thank you always, man. Consistency is the key going forward. Can't call a youth for a camp and then you don't hear about them again. That I agree with. However, it will happen because you can call a youth to a camp, you know, and then after that him form decline. Because you know how Jamaica is. Some of these youths get called all of a sudden. Oh, man, a national, you know. Oh, you can't put me up on bench. I want to. You have to raise man pay, you know. You know, man get called and you say, Paul, I'll call man in a squad and you come go on like you want go around, man. How you get $30,000? You have $300,000. You understand what you have to come talk about? Everything up, you know, when you come on a national man have them first senior cap, you know. Until the team. So you have to understand that some of these youngsters sometimes, when they get called, the attitude and behavior change. So when you don't see them again, it's because they go back to them club and they must style all the manager. I want to man a steal, man turn in a man a sponge in a youth. I want to. You think a national bird this, a national player this. And money man a defend. You understand me? You know, some man are there 6 feet in your road out. Run money per man. I want to you. I'm on left your side. Man, we not playing a ball because man a national. I saw the youth them operate. Hey boy, how you can't tell if you do 10 lap? Man, how you think say man a dog a lap a drink water, brother? No more than 2 man and do man a national. You think man if you run up and down if you get fit? Man a national. You understand me? That's how the people operate. That's how them operate. So sometimes when you see a youth come up in the ranks and then them disappear, it's them attitude. It is their attitude that causes them sometimes to not be selected again. So they have to remain humble and continue to work hard and continue to improve their game. You know that some of these guys could get like Fabian Davis and Jermaine Johnson and other national players who are in Jamaica, Damian Stewart, have other national players, if they are defenders, forward, midfielders, have them do personal training with them to help them improve their games. So if they don't do that, sometimes they get left behind because people are always coming through. Always coming through. Yeah, man, blessings be a blessing. Yeah, man. But that says, can't just have only under 23s. Everything needs a balance. Yeah, that's what I believe. We have to have balance in the thing, man. We need senior players going forward. However, the core has to be youth. That we agree with. That we agree with. You understand me? Yeah. Yep. You understand me? Something wrong with the league in India where Fletcher play now. Oh, you're asking about that. I don't know. A lot of people complain. We have to have seniority at all time. Yeah, man. We have to have some sort of seniority. You know, here's what I think, right? Not all of these players are going to go. I think what they're going to do, like 15 of the players who were in the last game, right? Meaning like the Ethan Pinnock, the Mikel Antonio, the Kevin Stewart, they're going to have 15 of those because it's going to be a 23-man squad. So watch this. You see, out of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18 players, they're going to pick 8. So 10 of these players are not going to go. They're probably going to pick 8 of them to mix with the other 15 players to create a 23 for the 3 games. You understand what I mean, Jarvis? So not all of these players will make the final squad, but Paul will probably be looking at them to see if any of them, by their performance in the league and performance in training, could squeeze in to the squad. And that is why I think like it wouldn't hurt to invite Harvey to train. It wouldn't hurt to invite Martin to train. It wouldn't hurt to have Topi there. It wouldn't hurt to have Foster there because Foster has been on form over Amal Knight, in my opinion, and Jaden White this season. I mean, he did well at Portmore last season. He's at Waterhouse now. One of the best keepers in the league. Yeah. Who these kids going to learn from? It's like you're setting them up to fail. We need to stop putting these older players in. Yeah. Yes, I think as well that we need to. That's what I'm saying. Jaco de Bala. You can't just send these guys go and play against El Salvador and Honduras without. I think Ethan Pinnock could help to make our younger defenders better. I think Ravel Morris could work in the midfield with those other players to make them better, along with Kevin Stewart, right? I don't know all the players, but I would call back some of those players. I would call back a Jamal Lowe. That's just me. I'd call back a Mikel Antonio once they're available. If Mikel Antonio says, listen, I have a Europa League game when I come back, and I don't necessarily want to come for this camp, but I'm available for the Nations League or the Gold Cup, I think that is fine, in my opinion. Other people may disagree, but I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I still want to keep him around because I think he still has a couple more years in him as a Jamaican international. And I think we should not call them back. I think we need to, once the players get to a place where we know that this is it for them, we must play some sort of game. Like, I think we need to do that for Andre Blake. There has to be a game that we play for Andre Blake, for Kemar Lawrence. I know that some of you think he is, but these guys have been playing for Jamaica for so long. I know some of you say all kind of things about Alvas Powell, but we have to find some sort of game, a friendly game or something, and invite these guys, let them play, and then that is it. Don't call them back and don't hear from them again. Give them a chance. If they have one fan in Jamaica, that one fan need to at least be able to celebrate them, and we show them honor. That's just man in his man take. We need to just stop and dismissing players like that. Norman Campbell played against Mexico in our first game, looking impressive and get dash away. Maggie and Paris at age 21, 22 should be in the program. I think I am sure that once Paris is available, he's going to be called up. I think you're going to see Paris, Maggie, Campbell, Walker, Peter Lee Vassell as part of the plan going forward. If they keep performing, because more players are coming up, locally and overseas. So they have to keep, you understand me, improving and growing in the game. You have the Peter Mcgregor, you understand me, coming up as well. Christopher Pearson on debut look very good. Duncan McKenzie is a next good young player, very talented. If you look at Christopher Pearson, you would not know this guy kicked up Penanka in his first game for Cavaliers. I mean, confident player, assisted a goal. I mean, you know what is funny? Christopher Pearson looked better playing Premier League than schoolboy football, in my opinion. Ian, I understand some of the part there. Yeah, people. So, I mean, some of the names, let me just give you some of the names that, you remember we had done a list of names so far, some of the names that have been highlighted so far in terms of call-up. You have Bennett, Zimenez, from Harborview, that is Anthony Bennett, that is the son of Anthony Bennett, that is Sausage, if you remember who Sausage is. You played for Jamaica, youth football for Jamaica. He and Tariq Zimenez will be at the camp as U20 players. And there's a next Harborview player, let me get his name for you, that is going to be there as well. Let me get his name for you. The Maquan Aldridge, let me get his name. What his name? Young fella from Harborview. Burton. Gavin Burton from Harborview. Mount Pleasant, you will see now Mount Pleasant will have this youngster, Gary Mills, who is a former Mount Pleasant player, and Tajay Anderson, they call him Lala. Left back, hasn't played a lot this season, but last season he played on the left side of centre back. So those are some of the names of the youth players. But you have your Duncan McKenzie, your Pearson. Those names are in and about and will be a part of it going forward. You know, Richard Henry, Barkley, Khalif Richards, Lamont Rochester, all of those guys, you know, will be a part of the Cleo Clark. You know, yeah. I haven't been hearing anything. Anybody know what is happening with the stats player, Omar Reed? I haven't been hearing much about him, about Omar Reed from stats. Is it that he's too young for the league? Anybody has any update on him? Yeah, Romian Blake. You know that I saw Romian Blake at Waterhouse, you know. I noticed that he hasn't played, but Waterhouse is a very good team, you know, so maybe he's struggling to get in. Send me your number. Meaning, Ian, you want to call the show? You want to call in on the show? All right. Put up the number for the show, and then we have 20 minutes left. So yeah, in 20 minutes. So we're gonna put up the number. So if you want to call and share your thoughts on the show, you can do that. 20 minutes more. There you go. So you can call and share your thoughts in the next 20 minutes. It's all yours, people. Yeah. That's it. I am sure sports number. So when you call, you go straight on the live. Yeah. So you can call on WhatsApp or you can call direct, right? And you get in on the live show. We have like 18 minutes to go. Oh, Omar Leng. Yeah, man. Omar Leng. Yeah, Omar Leng. Where is he? Oh, he was at Cavaliers. I don't think so. I don't hear much about him. And like I said, Devonte Campbell is one of those players who you will see in the senior team setup, but will play with the U20s. Yeah. Yes, people. Make sure you hit over and over again. Hit the like button, people. Don't. You understand me? Hit the like button. What a go on. We need some more likes on the stream. Yeah. Need some more likes on the stream. Come on, BB. You can do better than that, man. You can do better than that. Where is Alex? Alex, same day here and him disappear. Where is Alex? Alex had a lot to say. Him just disappear off of the scene like that. Yes, so Ian, that is the number. You can call in and share your thoughts. You hear? Okay, I see Alex calling. Welcome to Yeah, man. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports, Mr. Reed. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very good in the management, man. It's been a wonderful day. Here company of you got thanks to me of life, and we live in the way we have blue bread through. More. But anyways, yesterday I was watching the play, and I'm very impressed with him. I think he shows a lot of quality in the Cavaliers team. When I watched the game, I didn't thought he would be that.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
I think he's one of the standouts. You hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that Pearson is one of the most. I thought that he was a very standout player yesterday against Mullins. I'm very impressed with him. And the guy called McQuinn Aldridge, I saw like 4 players from the Dacosta Cup came on yesterday. So you can younger players like that. I think the footballers as getting improved and the football is getting better in Jamaica, as I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah. But my question is, Manning, do you know if we're gonna have a coaching staff where you have assistant coaches, a video analyst, or for the U20 team, not just one coach doing it alone, but multiple coaches
There's
come
no
together?
in my from the time I've started following football, I've never seen a Jamaica football team with one person as coach. Never. And I've been following the football. So I don't know if that is the question you want to what you probably, I don't know if you're trying to find out who the people are. But there's never been, even before René Simoes come here, we have never yet had a team where one person is the coach. Never. At any level. So obviously, there will be other persons in the coaching staff.
Persons in the coaching staff would be, right?
Yeah. Tell me one time you ever see Jamaica without like assistant coach, goalkeeper coach, physical trainer, and stuff.
Don't have multiple coaches, but I'm saying that, I mean, like specific position, like a defensive midfield coach or attacking coach or a defensive coach or a coach that teaches those set up or the new team that can help transition the ball better. But you think that necessary? Don't you think that necessary in the modern? Marlins?
What you're asking? If that is necessary, it is necessary. It is necessary to have as many coaches as possible to have a defensive coach. It is necessary in modern football. Necessity don't mean that you can affordability, you know. It can be afforded, you know. It is necessary for everybody to own their own house, you know, in this life, you know, but not everybody do. So is it necessary? True. Yes. Is it affordable? Is the next question. Can Jamaica have a U20 team with 20 persons in their coaching staff?
I don't sure what their budget is, but I wouldn't allude to that.
So it is necessary, but I'm not sure that they can afford it. But it would be good to have. Can they afford it? To have, like I said, a defensive coach, a set play coach, a throwing coach, a video analyst, more than one masseuse, first assistant, second assistant, third assistant, goalkeeper coach, defensive coach, physical trainers and stuff. I mean, is that affordable? Is it realistic, even though it is needed in football? And how many nations practice that kind of a thing? I mean, is it something that predominantly the bigger nations in football do? And clubs.
I think as you can see when we was playing against Canada, how many coaches they had on the field. Panama does the same.
Yeah,
and
but
you have Mexico does the same thing too.
Yeah, but Alex, can it be afforded?
I don't know what JPL budget is, so I won't say yes, it can be afforded or no that they can afford it. I don't know if they have the money. That's my question.
Oh, well, you're asking the wrong man. I don't know what the JFF can afford. I don't know what the JFF can afford. I have to see the budget. Yeah, but I have a next caller calling Alex, so go on checking in and thing.
All right.
Yeah, man. All right. Man. Yeah, man. Respect. All right, Eddie, go now. Bless up yourself. Big game tomorrow. When will the squad? Which one of the squad? The senior squad? That I don't know. All right. So if you're calling, we have a caller who was calling. Let's see if we can get him back. Listen, if somebody is on and you try call, you have just hold on a little bit. You understand me? And then You know, yeah. So
Please leave your message for
Jamal Omar, Stewart, and a few more should be part of the program. Yeah, I think so. Diva Argil. Yes, hello. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports.
Yeah, good evening, man.
Yeah, man. Good evening, man.
This is be a blessing, you know.
Okay. All right. Blessing be a blessing.
Yeah, man. So, at the first, me I call like anything pertaining to Jamaican football, and I follow the football for quite a number of years. And from 98 World Cup, I was a youngster, but from 98 until right now, this failed um World Cup bid, we have been doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I think there's a thing, if you continue doing the same thing, you're gonna get the same result. Now when you have Kevin Stewart, right, making his debut in a in a crucial must-win qualifying, we have a problem. If these players, can't commit, you have remember, you know, Whitmore got the team almost 4 years before the World Cup, right? We supposed to put a squad. I think the JSS it's the onus is on the JSS to get all hands on deck to have these team players playing. The last Gold Cup should have been our camp, you know. The last Gold Cup should have been our camp where all the new players come, condition apply. Because you know some persons had a long season and whatever it is. But we are failing in that. All right, let me move to the schoolboy to the youth football now. This under 20 now, when you look on the under 20, this management, this we having schoolboy going to play against almost professionals. Because I remember 2013 when Pogba and when France won the World Cup, they had some major stars in that team. So I mean, I know that our system is not as like the first world, but at least to give ourselves a chance, we have to prepare. And if we fail to prepare, if we fail to plan, we fail to prepare. Like it doesn't matter how much talent we have, because now you're gonna have UT they qualify in June, and you don't have we're the players. We're not. We are consistent. The players, the coach. Who's the coach? I heard. Is it Fuzzy?
Yeah, Marcel Gill is the coach.
All right. I respect Marcel Gill. Right. I think he did an excellent understudy with Neville Bell. But management, the first thing that came to my mind was when I heard that Marcel Gill was the head coach. We're giving up inexperience. It's almost like we're giving up. No disrespect to Marcel, enough. But if my memory serves me right, this is Marcel's first national team as a head coach. So you're giving Marcel really, what's the toast? Is this just, okay, you know what, let's just honor the pictures? Because it's what happened to Jerome Mooney? Wasn't he the national under 20 coach for like almost 3-4 years ago? So even with coaches, we're having inconsistency. That can't go for the program management. I wish them the best. I mean, but it's under 20 is that step up. For the under 17, I mean, we probably can slide our way through. But under 20 is that when you take the teams around the world, the Man Cities, and when you look in their academy or even in their FA Cup team, you have like 3, 4, 17, 18-year-old players. In our national Premier League, you have how many youngsters playing? I mean, now it's more youthful, but it's like just 2 seasons ago, it's more youthful.
No, man, it has always been. It's just that it has not been highlighted. Every player Every player that I've interviewed started playing Premier League in their teens. Everyone. From the hectare rights all the way up. I mean, I can give you an example. The Arnett Gardens Championship, the Charlie Smith Championship team with Kevin Pella Wilson. All of those guys played in their teens. The Norman Manley Championship, the Costa Cup teams. All of those guys were playing for Waterhouse. The Russie's team, Reno.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Go ahead.
All right. In those days, how was our football program in terms of quality? Like in those days, you make a good point that the Charlie Smith and the Arnett and the Norman Manley and Waterhouse and Rossi and Reno and Boyleticas, we always have the youth in those teams. But back in those days, we had quality players all over.
No, I'm just answering the first thing that you said. No, the first thing you said, it is just the last 2 years we started seeing an influx of youth in the league. And so I was just saying to you, that is not really the case, because from ever since, our best schoolboys have always been playing in the league. That's all I was saying. We can now say that the talent, we had some better talent then. But if you look at when you say quality, are you talking about the quality of play? Because that constitutes a whole set of dynamics. What I will say to you is that the kind of talent that we were producing in the 80s, and I would say even in the early 90s, and from the 70s to the early 90s, I think the kind of talent that we were producing was a whole lot of talent, better talent, but they didn't have all the other supporting things to bring greater results. I think the talent is not where it used to be, but because they have more things around the sports now, they can achieve more than the players in the past.
Yeah, that's true. If infrastructure is much better and opportunities are much better, because if some of those players had the opportunities like what these players have now, they would have done a lot more. Another question, and my last question. I'm having an issue with our players. Well, not really. I don't know if it's the agent or what, but we have too many players going overseas and then just coming back. And then the next thing you hear, oh yeah, I'm planning to go back. I'm looking at a club, and then all of a sudden, for instance, Bembo was in the USL, and he came back to Jamaica 5 years ago. Zelano Barnes, I think, was in somewhere in Spain. You understand what I'm saying? The youth, when they left, it's almost like they're not. I don't know if it's the agent or. I heard them make a good point that some of these youth, I think, they're not level-headed, because when they do get the opportunity, I think it gets to their head in a sense. So I think it's a combination of. I don't like when a young player leaves Jamaica, and then the next thing you hear, he's back in the Premier League. I think it's kind of counterproductive for his development.
I don't know, because I could look at that and say Shamar Nicholson left and he has established himself. Kaheem Paris left, he has established. So Kemar Lawrence left young, Alvas Powell left young, Andre Blake, all of these guys. So I think that is down to the players. I think it is down to the players.
That's why I say it's a combination.
Yeah.
And you made a good point, because with some of the local players, when they go in the national team, they come back to their local clubs, and it's a lot of problems. So.
Yeah, man.
But thank you for asking my call.
Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in. Be a blessing. All right. And thanks for the support as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Yeah. All right. We had a few more calls that were coming in. Big up Jason in the building. Yeah. Eddie Gona, yeah, man. I don't know about Liverpool dead tomorrow. Still, if I get a draw, I'm good still. I don't to hype up myself. Just go on easy. You understand? I'm going easy. I'm going easy. I don't to hype up myself on Liverpool. You see me? Just go on easy. You know, go on easy. Go on easy, man. Now, let me see. I had a couple of calls, so let's see if I can just call back. See if I can get through to the persons. We're trying to get through. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, man. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports.
Mornings, man.
Yeah, man.
I've been trying to get you from when, yo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Say your name, man, and let the people know where you're calling from. Where do you go by?
Ian Miller.
Ian, yeah, man. Go ahead.
New Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey in the
New
building.
Jersey, man.
Yeah, man.
Up top, for sure, yeah?
Yeah, man. So what say you today?
Hey, mornings, man. A lot of people be calling, man, and talking a lot of bull crap.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? But they talking about Jamaican footballers ain't good, and the Premier League ain't good, and all of that, and USL and all of that not good. But I can debunk that.
Yeah. Go ahead,
You know what I mean?
Go ahead and have your say, man. Have your say. It's your time.
Yeah, we have a lot of players come up to the high school level, very good, excellent players. But what? England have never give us any chance and say, remember, we're still a British colony as far as I can see. They have never said, hey, let's give a couple of these guys scholarship and let they come to England and develop their skills. But what? America give us all opportunity, whether we're bad or good, they still do it. So we can't be saying, oh, JPL, this and that, the Bush League and all of that. Doesn't make no sense. We can't be tearing down who is trying to help us every day. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, look, Whitmore makes a blunder because when these players were washed up and weren't doing well, and the young players that was doing well, like Harris, McGee, Marshall, Pastor, all these guys should have been brought together. Because one of the things I know is that back in the days of me playing football, you have players out of Portland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have young players playing from age 12 growing up. And we played together and we played against each other. And that was the crew of players in Portland. Not necessarily playing in the same team, but those are the crew of players that reached to the 1982 Dakar Cup final in Montego Bay.
Oh, that's a Titchfield. That's a Titchfield team.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get robbed though, but it's just another word. Speed was on that team, you know?
Okay.
And Dr. Kingsley Chin and Raymond Gordon Munzi was coach of Buff Bay, and
okay.
a lot of good players, and a lot of players fall along the line and went to the police and da. That's why we didn't really win the Dakar Cup. But our coach, that's the best coach in Jamaica, Donald Davis. Steve came up under his regime. Edwards came up under his regime. Munzi, Raymond Gordon used to coach Buffy, St. George's along with Maxwell. You know, he's still one of the best. I don't know why they haven't called him up to work with the under 17 or under 15 team to go forward. But what I'm saying is that you play together, you even against each other. You build up a respect You build up a dialogue with each player. You're not gonna walk down the street and see a Pearson and said, hey, and you walk past him, you don't know him. You know, so these players that work together, if you look at the game in Peru, these are players that work together, play against each other, and they know each other, and they have that respect with each other. That's why they were able to connect with each other and play such a good first half. So you need that.
We still got 3 love doing a caller.
It doesn't matter if you get 3 love, but you see, you get an in and you get
No. The only point I'm making, the only point I'm making is that if you have good chemistry and still lose, it don't really make a difference if you have bad chemistry and lose, you know. If chemistry don't help you to win, if chemistry don't help you to win, you know, you can't really validate it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're working with a team that's been working for 4 years.
Yeah,
you bring
man.
Team for 2 weeks.
All right, so
together.
What I'm saying is that if you have a team gelling for 6 years, let's use that 6 years, and they're together and they're still losing, it doesn't make any difference if you had them for 1 week and they still lose. That's all I'm saying. The only way the chemistry argument makes sense is when you win the game. If you lose the game, you can't use the chemistry argument because the purpose of playing is not chemistry, it's to win. So if you have chemistry and lose, you know, it going help to defeat the chemistry argument. That's all I'm saying. Chemistry argument makes sense when the team not just perform good on the field, but when the team win the game. If you play good and lose, people still going to get vexed if you don't qualify.
You're right. You're right in that factor. But you still need more time to work together. It doesn't take a week to build this team and build this chemistry. You understand?
Yeah.
If you have this team for a year or 2, you have the Marshall, the McGee, all these guys. Remember when these guys went to Mexico the last time and Mexico tipped them out and a goal difference? That team should have been kept together. You remember when the team with Seaton and other guys went to Honduras and elevator problem, where they fell down in the elevator and a couple guys get hurt and all of that. And they went, I think they drew with America, and then America beat them on goal average and all of that.
Well, all right.
That team.
No, I'm saying the caller, I hear you know. I agree with you that it is important to get the players playing together as often as you can. Everybody agrees with that. Nobody is saying that we shouldn't. However, I am saying the examples that you have cited, there are persons who could debunk those theories with this argument. The team still did not get to the desired result. They were attempting to qualify. Somebody could say to you, the team was attempting to qualify for the U20 World Cup. They were together and they still didn't qualify. So it is more than just chemistry, because being together for a long time has not proven to be the way to qualify in and of itself. That's all I'm saying.
Right. But there weren't enough adequate preparation. You understand? So there should have been more adequate preparation. What beats me is these people come up and talk about, oh, the local players not good, the local players this and that, they can't control ball and all of that. You go tell me Arthur Laxmore was not a good player. You go tell me Alan Kilcull was not a good player. You go tell me P.I. was not a good player. Andrew Handles was not a good player. Long Life was not a good player. Richard Smith was not a good player. Cephas, Downer, Palmer, these guys were good players. Peter Pro, Emlyn Ferguson, what's his name? Okra Slime. These guys were very good players. You go to Nascimento. A lot of people don't even remember the team Nascimento. But you have Highly Dixon, T.I., Long, all of these players. They were good players. Hero Scott, Shabba Brown, Partner. These were good players. You understand? And it hurt my heart to hear these people come up and talk about, oh, Jamaica local player, no good player. Go to England and get all these players, Yeah, good player in England. We're dedicated and want to complete for the country. But stop putting down these players in Jamaica. Jamaica always produce good players. The Denden Hutchinson, Iron, all of them. Fish, goalkeeper, McDonald out of Calabar, good keepers. Psalms, the Dintil keeper, Danny Cat, Hugh Blair, all of them good players. Just never get the opportunity to exceed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The people must stop beating down the players. Mendes, Pearson, the guy from Dintil, they are good players. People, good players. Just give them the chance, give them the opportunity to go forward. We need these youth.
Yeah. All right, Color. Well said, well said. I mean, you have made your point. I think,
Yeah, man.
But respect,
man.
yeah, man, respect
Tell
Ian, man.
the people them to stop, push down the players.
That's why we are
You
here,
know?
man. We are here to
Remember, I work with a lot of people in Atlanta, Georgia, you know. I send a goalkeeper to Jamaica that I work with, Shane Johnson. I bill him, I send him to Jamaica, and in the under 17 setup, he worked up until 20, but because his father and his mother separated, he ended up playing to America. You understand?
Okay, yeah, man. Send the next you. We need a next U20 goalkeeper, man. Send a next one out here now for the trial.
No, man. Me tell Speed already. I come to Jamaica come work with some goalkeeper, man.
Okay.
I go build up some goalkeeper, you know.
Yeah,
because
man.
if you notice,
me hear the little Portland.
goalkeeper.
You know that I hear the little Portland coming out now. Now, come here, I wonder where this Jersey accent come from.
Yeah,
a long time I want to hear the Portland accent, man. Give me some more of the Portland accent,
Bridget,
man. Yeah, man.
I tell you something. May go tell you something, you know. You check? I go tell you something.
Yeah, no, right. You sound like you're not from Portland, you know. You sound more like you are from one of them islands over in the Caribbean. I don't know why you're talking like that. That's not how people from Portland talk, man.
I'm a chef, man. I work all these places in the Caribbean and all. But I go tell you, I admire all these. That's why I rate Blake, you know. I rate Blake because he's one of the only goalkeeper in the world that can make a left arm save, you know, the ball going to the right elbow. And you parallel it over the bar with your left arm. Most European goalkeeper, them a try to push the right and up there. You can't reach it. It's only man like Clive Wedderburn, Spider Williams, myself, and Fish, and McDonald. Down there at Calabar, Fish used to people there, and Tivoli. The man can make the left arm save. You have to, that is the most difficult save, but you have to learn to make that save.
Yeah, man. But Carla, we have to run it now. You have to call us back one next day and we talk some more. But good insight. So, I mean, enjoy the rest of the day. Yeah, man. All right then.
Yeah, man. Bless up there. You check. I will link you again there, man.
All right then. Not a problem, my friend. You enjoy the rest of your day, eh?
You too. And you fi call in. You fi check for Portland legend. Portland have legend too, you know them, man.
All right, you got to tell me who is the legend over Portland there. I was trying to get Dr. Chin, you know, but I will work on it. you know?
Dr. King. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And you have Dub Marshall, Nathaniel Newman. 5 years of that stuck up in play, you know them.
Yeah.
You check?
All right, so I'll check on that
So
and get
link
some
up.
info. Yeah. All right.
Bless up, my boy.
Yeah, man. Bless up, big boss. All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
man. Yeah, man. That was Ian for you. Yeah, man. Devonte Campbell is 18 CC. CC, I have to think the best. You understand me? You know, I have to think like listen, at the end of the day, the players have an opportunity to show what they have, and once they show what they have, then you leave it up to the coach. That's what I always tell players and people. Listen, you just do what you can do. Do what you can do, and then you leave the rest. Let your performance speak. Everything has to be in context. Yeah, the EPL has over 500 players, and 340 of those players are foreign players, which is 6. Yeah, listen. All right, everything must be in context, and that's what I keep saying, Ishmael. There are good games, good goals. Jamaica will not be like certain leagues. That's it. But we need to get better. I see steps steps are being taken. But it is true that we have to put everything in context in terms of how we criticize and analyze and look at things. I think we can't take TV and expect Jamaica is going to fit into what we see on television, because it's a different context. You look for transferable principles though, and see how they work in there, and create systems and policies that helps you to get to the highest level of the maximum and optimum level of performance. Because what Jamaica needs to do is to have excellence in the league. Excellence is very relative, because what is excellent in Jamaica may be seen as mediocre in England, because they have a different level of money, resources, and all those other things. So what we need to do is that everything that we do must be marked by this excellence. And that is where, you know, I'd let it be. We had one more other call. I'm going to see if I can get through to them, and then, yeah. Because sometimes when one person is on, the next person is trying to call, and then we're going to close the show for today. Yeah, man. Hello. Welcome to I Am Sure Caller. You were calling earlier. This is Manning's
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah, this is Wayne Evans.
How are you doing, Sir Evans?
Yeah, man. The cousin of Claggy.
Oh, you're Claggy's cousin.
Yeah.
So you would have enjoyed that interview last night.
Yeah, man. And I want to tell you, man, I used to chain with Claggy too, you know, that Claggy, that Alexander. But I'm Raymond Clark's cousin though.
Oh, the original Claggy.
Oh, yeah, man. Both, me and my mother cousin, man. They come from same place, St. Elizabeth.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, so what say you, Sir Evans? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Me just want to ask you this setup of the national team. If any of the original player from the start of the qualifier, if they're gonna get called, because I see they calling a lot of names.
No, all right. So they were very clear, right? So what they said that they're having a joint camp, which is a training camp, right? So they are going to be, I think maximum 15 of the players who were in the original squad, which is like the Amal Knight, the Richard King, the other players from overseas, once they're available, right? So they are going to come in, and out of this crop of players that they have selected, 8 of them. So 8 of these, including King, Amal Knight, say you count out King, Amal Knight, Devonte Campbell, and Jaden White, who have always been a part of the team. So 4 others out of this group would go in. And then they will add to the other 15 players who are playing overseas to make a squad of 23. Unless somebody from overseas says, I can't make it.
Oh, so like the Bailey and the Ravel and the Pinnock, those guys would be invited.
Yeah, like 15 from the batch that was at the last game.
Yeah, well, that's good then, management. That's good. Yeah, because you have to give some of the local player the opportunity. So that's good then.
Yeah.
I thought it's just a bunch of local players and then they left out the original squad that's supposed to gel for the other tournament.
Yeah, but there is a possibility, though, you know, like I said it earlier, that if Mikel Antonio says, listen, give some youngsters a chance, when the Nation League start, I can come, or when Gold Cup starts. So for these next 3 games, if you don't need to call me, I am okay. Right? He could.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, and you know, so he could do something like that. I don't know, but I know that they're going to invite the players from overseas as well. So it won't be just local players and under 20 players, because you don't want to go there and get 5-0 from El Salvador, because that is going to discourage your younger players as well.
That's true, man. Man, I was bashing them, but you give me some clarify now. It sound good. Trust me, it really sound good. Coming together.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, but continue to watching and supporting the channel, you know. I appreciate it.
Rate your channel, brother. You do a very good job. I'm doing a very good job and continue.
Yeah,
brother,
man.
I subscribe to all the channel, but I watch you and coaches that more.
Yeah, man. That's how it must be, man. Show some love to the Jamaican work. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right.
Respect all of you. All of you doing a good job, yeah.
Yeah, man. Blessings, man. So yeah, man. So hopefully one of them days, and maybe we can connect with the original Claggy.
No, man, Claggy die, man. He died about 5 years ago, man. Heart attack and die.
Well, me don't want to really connect with him, because me don't want to have a heart attack.
No, you have to leave that. You have to just stick to Pearson Alexander.
Yeah, because me go meet the one that me go have a heart attack.
You know, me used to do what other with Claggy them a play though. What other than Twinnibug and the whole of them, the whole of them, we used to play together, man. But
okay.
Bench them not give me, them not on the practice game, them give me playing.
You never good, man.
Nah, man, hey, I Claggy, man. When we're there practice, and me a kick, we are train, man, and me a kick to steady stand, man. Him tell them shot they come from down Iraq half of the left. Trust me.
You say shot they come from Iraq? That's the problem.
Them shot they come like I went from a shot just to Iraq, man.
If Alan Iverson were talking to you, right? Alan Iverson say, practice. You're talking about practice.
Yeah. All right, man. Today I listen to your program, man. Just go on and take care, yeah?
Yeah, man. All right. Blessings, Wayne. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, blessings. Yeah.
All right, then. Yeah, man. All right. Man. El Padrino. Yeah, man, that's it. You understand me? True point. Norton Morris, see the number there, man. The number is on screen, man. You can dial in. We take one more call and then we will close out, the program for today. Very good one. You understand me? But everything has to be put in context. I do believe there's a lot of work needs to be done. A lot of money needs to come into the league. But I told people that until the earnings from the league increase astronomically, the football is going to be struggling. And I'm going to get one of the young managers who just came on to come and talk. One of these probably next week, and a couple of managers, because when you realize the kind of finances that people take out of their pockets, you realize it is not financially prudent to even operate football, which is part of the problem. And that is why I keep suggesting that we need to move the football from a social intervention program to a business module where it is seen as a part of the commercial and business sector of the country, and it is treated that way, where they are registered as companies and treated as companies. So it is companies that run a football club. You understand me? Just like how Guardian Life as a Sagicor run different. They have bank, they have insurance. This is a company, and the company runs an academy, just like Mount Pleasant. It has to be a company, and the company has an academy. They have a football program. They could have a netball program, but it is a company, and that is the module that we have to revolutionize how football is operated and treated. And I think government also need to find a way of giving some of these clubs asset like land. Give them some land and say, listen, all right, give us a developmental plan for the next 10 years where we see where people are going to be employed. Infrastructure is going to be built, and we will grant you the land. We will give you land that you can occupy, right, occupy as long as it remains connected to sport for the next 100 years. And let people can use that as a means of acquiring loans, because now you own real estate, which value always goes up, right? So if the government could say, listen, one club from every parish, we're going to give away 14 pieces of land for development towards sports. Because when those stadiums are established, the clubs can rent them for entertainment purposes, for conferences, invite more clubs from overseas to come in and have their camps here in the winter time. So there is a business module that need to be looked at and sought out, right? And that is where the truth is. If I want to buy a club in Jamaica, they don't own anything. Very few clubs own anything. They don't own the field. They don't have a house that they own. They don't have any property. They don't have any value. So a man will tell you, now man, if you want to buy my club, a $50 million or 100 million Jamaican may sell. I say, what are you selling? Because if I don't want the players, what am I going to buy? I don't want the balls. I don't want the cones. I don't want the babies. I don't want the jersey. It's really paying $50 million for the name. It makes no sense. You understand me? So really, when you see you're buying a football club in Jamaica, you know, is a name you're buying, you know? So let's say I said, all right, I want to buy a Waterhouse. Is the stadium owned by the Waterhouse Football Club? Do I get the stadium? What do I get if I want to buy Arnett Gardens? Do I own Stony Spalding? So clubs need to have assets that they own, that is theirs. So that determines, that is a part of their value. Because if we do a valuation, you know what would be interesting? If we did a valuation of the clubs. Clubs, I want you to do a valuation of your clubs. Valuate your clubs. Valuate your clubs. Hear this? All right, people. Normally, me ignore the comment here, but I have to put up this one. They say, you see the reason why a lot of you are hypocrites that are vloggers. Whenever time they choose USL players, you all have problems, but when they pack the squad with a lot of garbage, you are all happy. All right. So, normally I don't take these comments, so let's just take it out. When have you ever heard me call people any Jamaican player garbage from the USL? Tell me one. So let's do that, Kwame. Maybe let's just take a look at response out of this because we have to close the show. I don't do that, man. I defend every Jamaican player. And when they play bad, I criticize them. Speak about Speedy, man. I'll call all Kevin Lambert to get called. These guys are not being called to go and play a game. They are being called to a training camp and they have to prove themselves to be in the squad. Right? So you say so you're calling the JPL players garbage. That's how you describe people, and then you think you're having an educated, intelligent conversation by calling an ex-human being garbage. So you look at Christopher Pearson, you call him garbage. Who are you calling? You're calling what? How you define garbage? Because that's what your statement said, you know. We're happy, and when they pack up the squad, a lot of garbages, according to you. So someone's child who they send to high school and have how much subjects and stuff, they are garbage. That's how you describe people, and think like vloggers are hypocrites. But you call somebody garbage. You come on a platform and call somebody's son garbage, and you are intelligent, and you are not a hypocrite. You come on a platform, you know, and you label people's kids a person's husband because they're married men who play the league. You come on a platform and call a person who has a son and a daughter. You look at them without knowing their character, their lifestyle, and you call them garbage. And you think vloggers are hypocrites? Yeah? Read with understanding. So I can read with understanding. So I can read with understanding. Trust me. You see the reason why a lot of you are hypocrites that are vloggers. Whenever time they choose USL players, you all have problem, right? So that's what they said. But conjunction, they call that. When they pack the squad, which is in reference to the players that I've named out today, when they pack the squad with the players I've named out today, you call them a lot of garbage. You're saying that the vloggers are happy. So you are suggesting, you have implied by the words that you have used that the players are garbage who are in the squad. What understanding I need to read with? That's what you said. You didn't say you didn't say they play that way. You didn't say they can't play football. You said that they are garbage. You said with a lot of garbage. So you're saying the players are garbage. That's what you're saying. What qualifies you to call an ex-human being garbage? What qualifies you? What qualification do you have to determine which human being is garbage or not? What level of education do you have? What level of influence do you have to determine that a person is garbage? Let's reason. What makes you the judgment on who is good? What makes you right and every other vlogger wrong? What makes your opinion more valid than the vlogger that says, okay, I am not happy with a USL player, I'm happy with a JPL player? So when a vlogger is happy with that, if they are wrong, what makes you right when your opinion differs? What makes Simon Preston, what makes Coach Minzy, what makes Ryan, what makes JD, whomever they are, CC Sports, what makes them hypocrites because they share a different opinion from you? What makes your opinion the opinion of choice for every person? Here's my ask you about. I'd love to know. Listen, you know what is funny, people? This is a name, right? You notice I have a face. If you are so intelligent, let me send you the link, man, and you come on. And let's reason. Anytime. Seeing that you have great comprehension skill, come on and defend your argument. Call or come. I can put up the link. Seeing that you are so versed in this in comprehending things. What is the comprehension? Yeah, that's what I'm a trained teacher. You can't have one comprehension. I mean, some mad money come from. Anyways, I just take it that because we so close the show because you're talking nonsense, man. Your conversation is nonsensical. The first thing you need to do when you're phrasing anything is separate a person's personality from what the person does. You have labeled the people as garbage. If that were not your intent, you need to clarify that first. Don't come and talk about comprehension. Because if you read your statement and you have any sort of sense, you would realize, if you have any sort of sense, if you went to any proper school on the island of Jamaica, you would realize that what you wrote is inaccurate. Because what you wrote is clearly stating that the people are garbage. You mention nothing about their performance or their play. And I'm going to call the names. You have by your statement said that Richard King is garbage. Jaden White is garbage. Dwayne Atkinson is garbage. Kimoy Webster is garbage. Ronaldo Campbell Webster is garbage. Daniel Green is garbage. Devonte Campbell is garbage. That's what. I could go on and on. You have called them garbage. There's nothing to understand. Ask any one of the person who you believe in this chat have any comprehension skill to explain what you said. So what happened to persons like you is that you come on platforms, and because you see people on platforms, though you don't know them, you think because they come on a platform, you have some superior knowledge because YouTube is for people. You probably think. You know that the people who run these platforms, a lot of them have tertiary level education, are graduates of some of the top universities in Jamaica and across the world. So not because we're not on mainstream media, a lot of the people on these platforms have a higher level of education than the people on TV and on radio. And you don't call their programs, you don't call Sports Max, you don't call TVJ and tell them that they don't have comprehension skill. You don't. But somehow you think because people have opened up on these platforms, you have some right. Because your opinion is, you don't come on here and do that, brother. It is opinion-based discussion. And anybody in the world, any Jamaican have a right to want be a local players. In the same way, any Jamaican who want be an English player, they have a right to their opinion. They may be wrong, but it is their opinion. Opinion. So understand opinion, but don't take opinion and start labeling people and calling people pitney and husbands and wife garbage. Nobody don't come over here. You don't hear me come over here and calling the player garbage. Don't call the people them garbage. Say that them can't play ball. Say that them not good. Them are not good baller. But don't come call people garbage. I don't do it. So when you have it on other discussion, you don't come over here and hear me calling the player garbage. Why you think I talk to so many players? I can't talk to young players because I don't disrespect them. And when people come here and say that them need to learn to control, I defend it. Because everybody can control. I talk about my dog being able to control. So I don't disrespect players. So don't come over here with this argument. But people are hypocrite. Don't do it. You're juxtaposing things. You understand me? There are people relatively calling people garbage. What qualifies you to be calling? What Christopher Pearson do you feel call him garbage? What Dwayne Atkinson? Those are the names you call, you know. What did they do for you? Who are you to be defining the people as garbage? What qualification you have? Come on, man. There are many players I think are not good. I even tell you there are players who I think should not be in it. I call players, I said Mikel Antonio should be in it. And Pinnock and all of these guys. I think some of these players, I mean, and there are other players, I think they're not good footballers. But to define them as garbage, I won't. And you know what is funny, Kwame? I put it to you that I will bring you in front of some of these players and you cannot call them garbage in front of them. Listen, I watch some EPL games and I'm disappointed in some of the things. In it. That's it. But different levels. But that's how sports is, man. I don't like it, man. We need to stop it. And I mean, maybe other platform do it, but stop disrespect the players, them, man. They're human beings. You don't call the radio stations and do these things. Why you come on YouTube doing it? Somebody is a big, and you know what is funny? What you guys allowed to do on these platforms, and I don't really appreciate, because you know what discussions, when you don't call the radios and operate on the television station and platforms and do this, Don't we have politicians who perform worse than this? You go on television and radio and call them out like that. But no, because a youth may look like him play football and, you know, him come from a certain part of community, we can call him dog and drunko and garbage and all of that. Show respect for people. And I tell you this, you see, people reap what they sow. More than they sow and later than they sow. See, life and death is not the power of the tongue, you know. You see the thing with words, and I've seen it. I've seen people say all kind of things about others, and what they say about people it end up being what they become. So be careful what comes out of your mouth. Because remember, one day you probably going to have a son, and you're going to have a daughter. Yeah, Ganesh, you know that, I tell you the truth, you know that I have more, but I don't know. I feel like this Cavaliers team is I don't know. I think the Waterhouse team to me look a better team. I think, and they have more experience. So I would, yeah. I would go with Waterhouse. I have a little bit. Yeah, I would have a little bit of confidence in Waterhouse. But I know you're also asking earlier about what's the player's name? Devonte Campbell. Though he's called to the senior team, he's going to be a part of the U20 team. You understand me? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, somebody else agreed. I don't know. I think something is missing at Cavaliers. Yeah, but listen, Alex, I don't care what the next person wants to do on their channel. Because that's their channel. It's their opinion. That's fine. I'm not into this thing. No. Here's what. You see, man is man. Me not a bashing player on their person. I'm bashing them on their performance. It's when you play. One of the reasons why I don't do videos on female football, because I don't want to have to criticize them when they play, because I don't think they deal with it well. So I try not to do it. You see, the footballers, I have no problem when a man say, listen, this man can't play and this man is good. What I have a problem with is when you're going to label people pick me as garbage and people father as garbage. We have Real Austin who play over the world. You're going to call the big man garbage. Say that the man can't play ball. That is my issue. We have to separate certain things. We have to separate them. That is just, you know, understand me? And so if you feel like you need to bash players, go where players are being bashed. But over here, so me talk to too many players to bash them. And I was a player as well. Yeah, Cavaliers, I don't know. Something is missing at Cavaliers. I don't know. Like I said, something is missing. Something is missing. Maybe after the transfer, the Cavaliers have a better squad. That is true. But people, Brian said it earlier. Something is going on with Topi. And if he ends up at a Mount Pleasant, I think that is a big deal. Big up. Sir Neo Sovereign, the legend in the building, the attorney at large. Yes, Cavaliers rebuilding and the squad seem to be struggling with fitness and match sharpness. Rebuilding, the man. What I mean rebuilding? They have the same team from last year. What are you talking about rebuilding? Is the same starting 11 them have it? Which other new player? Which player they bring in? It's the same team they have. What kind of rebuild? It's the same team. God, you have mercy and cover. It look like I would never miss a speed. I hide out of the name there. Right here, say though. Because what kind of rebuild you talking about? them win the league, so them qualify league to showcase them skills. I don't know. Yeah, I think them have a lot of work to do. Travis Petter will bash players and performance and not character. There you go, sir. There you go. There you go. Cause the players' performance, not the character. Them not ready this in the game against Honest, show them up. Don't be holding and win the league. CC, what you said? Don't be holding for your money. Listen, you don't know. Garnish, tell him see I'm Mount Pleasant, yes, no, man. Tell him see I'm Mount Pleasant, yes. Yeah, Norton Morris, that is it, man. We yeah. Listen, people, here's the thing with management. You see, management, a solution we deal with. We not come here for cuss every day and make up BNIs and nothing don't change. You see, we talked the last time on what happened. The camp open up big time. The camp has opened up. So everybody now must know that there's a 6 weeks window and they want anyone, all you have to do is contact the GFF and they will send you the official invitation if you want to be released from your club so you can come to the under-20 camp. And Paul Hall is going to be a part of it. So guess what? The best players are going to be selected. There could be a former Reggae Boys International from outer England as part of the under-20 setup as well. That's all I will say on that. You understand me? Yeah, but the players went away and came back missing with chemistry. Daxley seemed a different player. Tope is still not fit with White just you pick up the Cavaliers in there, bro. Cavaliers just not playing in the ball, man. Cavaliers not playing in the ball. Lost the captain as well. Oh, yeah. Simpson. But he was on the bench. He was on the bench at the back end of the season. Yeah. Ishmael King says, right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. No. Solution with the pod. Shepard, big up. I hope you do the coaching course, you know. That's fine. I enjoyed. I enjoy some of the games. I watch a couple of games in the EPL as well that I don't I like certain games I don't watch. I can't watch certain EPL game. I think it was Burnley and who was playing? Game on, yeah, but you'll have those games. I will say this about Burton's son, right? I respect Dean Burton because Dean Burton says that listen, he's based on his son's age, he'd be better for the under 17 team. You understand me? So I like that. You understand me? Ganesh, White can't get out Barclay, so him should get that. Hey, Peso, I'm glad you said. I'm glad you said it. Foster should be in the team because if you can't get out the man from St. Lucia out of the goal, you get called for the national team and win it up on bench. Pick my top four. You pick your top four first, and then me pick my top four. Yeah, CC, when I'm not picking the top four, I will pick my top four. Yeah, that's that way. Cavaliers to me is a knockout team. The longer season I mash them up. Yeah. Yeah. I have my top four now. Let me write down my top four. You pick a top four, Ganesh. Yeah, CC. Top four. Yo, the league go tough this season. Top four. Who me are going to top four now? Based on present performance. It is subject to change. Right? Present performance and subject to change. Let me say it that way. Present performance, subject to change. All right? Present performance, subject to change. Always not a top four, it's a top six. You understand me? But subject to change. Oh, the CM4 me have in organic. CM4 me have. I see CM4, but subject to change. Subject to change. Yeah, but we have the same four. I have the same top four. But not in that order. Not in that order, but it's the same top four I have. Yeah. What else was the best so far this season? It should be in the national team. Shot. How you watch the game? The games, you know what? I realize the game come on YouTube, you know, and the Sportsmax up live, you know. Yeah, cause I was on the road yesterday, and that's where I watched it. So YouTube Sportsmax live, you can check it out. Yeah, and the Sportsmax app, you can watch it on it. So you go in the App Store, get the Sportsmax app. All the games are there as well. Yeah. Yeah, man. So I have Waterhouse, Mount Pleasant, Dumbeholden, and Arnett Garden. That is my top four. That is my subject to change because things can happen. The window open, you know. What if Dumbeholden sell off the whole of their squad? They may have to change the top four, man. You understand me? Suppose, you understand me? I have to wait and suppose a couple players move overseas. Subject to change. Subject to change when I talk about. My order is Waterhouse, Mount Pleasant, Dumbeholden, Arnett Gardens. That's how I have it. Yeah. Is that your other top CC? Dumbeholden, Waterhouse, Mount Pleasant, and Arnett. All right. The team that I think going to surprise people is Humble Lion. Humble Lion is, yeah. I think the longer league work to the benefit of Humble Lion. You see, a Liverpool alone are your top four. Hold on, man. People, tomorrow, all of the Liverpool man them. You understand me? I'm going to keep them on speed dial. You understand me? As a game done. Speed dial. You understand? Yep. You show them about the speed dial. All of the Liverpool man them. The man them sure say them a beat Arsenal. You know? Them say them win the title yesterday too. Yeah, because you know. Yeah. But later this evening, you know, we're gonna have Loxley Reed. Loxley Reed is a former Rossi's Dacosta Cup winner. Kept for Reno, kept for Wadada, kept for Waterhouse, kept for the senior team, under 23, under 20 team. And he's the present Mount Pleasant goalkeeper coach, you know. I have a son who also do track and field at JC and play for the Manning Cup team as well. So we'll be having him on later to discuss, you know, and share his own story. We have the Kilcull interview finishing up this week as well. That is going to be epic, you know. And a big surprise. Tomorrow, we have some JPL players who will be, you know, on the show. All day is a JPL day. Tomorrow, we have a lot of players. That is, if Arsenal draw or win. If Arsenal lose, you shall not be seen. The eye and I. You understand? Yeah, man, but bless up. We just have a couple of minutes to go. You understand me? So people, you don't know, there are some places that, you know, but over here we want to show respect to people. And that's just my thing. Because I want people to respect myself, to respect people. And what I don't want for myself, I don't want others to do. My kids play football. And I want a man to tell my son, say, you know what? You can't control, you're not good. You're not a good baller, but yeah. Don't attack the person. Deal with them performance. That's how we deal with it. You understand me? Management asks Cole how much goal him score in a Dacosta Cup play. Cole. Oh, no man, he answered that already. He scored one season, he scored 48, and one season he scored 38. He has a record, but he says, listen, people, you didn't know this, but do you know that Alan Kilcull should be in the Guinness Book of World Record? And the people still don't. I don't know why, but he should be. You know that he is I think the first 15-year-old to represent his national team in a senior football game. Alan Kilcull. 15-year-old, when he played for Jamaica the first time in an official international game. 15-year-old. Yeah, man. Hey, you have watched the interview. The man scored in a one season. A man scored 5 times in 6 consecutive games. So after 6 games, he got a goal. And around 8 games for the season. And the man scored 48 goals, brother. And then you have the final 8. So around 9 games for the season. Your zone, semi, final. You hear me? The man did lethal. And he wasn't a forward. He was a midfielder. You understand me? Kilcull a legend. Listen, the man played 1 season, full season in Brazil, you know? And he was in Brazil when Brazil was the number 1 footballing nation. And Brazil had the best league at that time. He was the top player at his club. All right. So in the next interview, you're going to hear what happened to the tapes. You're going to hear that story. We're going to talk about the tapes. Right? We're going to talk about that when we do the interview. Yeah, man. Respect Wayne Evans. Yeah, man. Cash Red. Listen to the interview. He did say it in the interview as well, you know. Yeah, man. But lot of things that he accomplished that are not out there now. Yeah. yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah, that is the thing, you know. People want to see videos, but I can't tell you. I know one of the theories with all the videos during that era on football and sport, but I can't tell you until we do the next interview. But there is a story as to why. Yeah, man, but I did say that. Thank you, Rob Simmons. So it's not just local players. I told you there will be 15 of the former players and then 8 players going to be added to it. In fact, here's what. You may be seeing a couple of young players from England coming in. And that is why I was saying to the person about Kiddo could be called up if he presented the information, but we haven't gotten. I haven't gotten it yet. Yeah, man. Like, listen, just for me, like honestly, people, I just personally want to even do something to honor Kilcull. May I tell you, because some of the stuff that he did, and it's not like he played professionally. Like for majority of his life, it was a very short. He started young. Yeah, amazing stuff. I'm telling you. So, yeah, man. But bless up one and all. Listen, I always appreciate you coming on and sticking and staying with me. You know, sometimes it is better to not. I'm going to see if I can. How do I do this? I have to share screen, don't it? All right. I wonder if this copyright. I don't even know, you know. Let me see if I can just play it and put the phone there and see if I can hear it, and then say if there is any problem, I can get it deal with. All right. Fix it. But I think I want to leave you with this message because I think it's a very important message. But sometimes you have to answer some of the things, especially when it is putting people, name and character and those things at play. So I am going to play something that I want you to tell me if you're hearing it, because I'm going to play it for you all. I think it's important as we close the show.
The donkey told the tiger, "The grass is blue." The tiger replied, "No, the grass is green." The discussion became heated, and the two decided to submit the issue to arbitration. So they approached the judge lion. As they approached the lion on his throne, the donkey started screaming, "Your Highness, isn't it true that the grass is blue?" The lion replied, "If you believe it's true, then the grass is blue." The donkey rushed forward and continued, "The tiger disagrees with me, contradicts me, annoys me. Please punish him." The king then declared, "The tiger will be punished. 3 days of silence," he declared. Well, the donkey jumped with joy and went on his way, content and repeating, "The grass is blue, the grass is blue." Well, in private, the tiger asked the lion, "Your Majesty, why have you punished me? After all, the grass is green." The lion replied, "You've known and seen the grass is green." The tiger asked, "So then why do you punish me?" The lion replied, "That has nothing to do with the question of whether the grass is blue or green. The punishment is because it is degrading for a brave, intelligent creature like you to waste time arguing with an ass. And on top of that, you came and bothered me with that question just to validate something you already knew was true." You see, the biggest waste of time is arguing with a fool and fanatic who doesn't care about truth or reality, but only the victory of his or her beliefs or illusions. Never waste time on discussions that make no sense. There are people who, for all the evidence presented to them, do not have the ability to understand, nor do they want to understand. They just want to argue. Others who are blinded by ego or hatred and resentment, the only thing that they want is to be right, even if they aren't. The saying goes, when ignorance screams, intelligence moves on. Until next time.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So when you're a lion or a tiger, don't argue with donkeys. That's how I'll end the show today. Take from that what you will. Until we meet again this evening, I am Mullins man. You have just watched I Am Sure Sports. Bless up. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to leave you with some other information from William Nib High School, so you can give them some support for their next venture.
William Nib Memorial High School D Cup Alumni presents its 3rd annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Nib High School Costa Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our Codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say, "Oh no, did that."